I'm going down to the Greyhound station.
It's Crop Top Corey.
Going to a UGA football game with a crop top on, it's not a common thing to see, and I knew that people would probably be critical in some ways because I'd already experienced a lot of, negativity.
What is it that bothers him, you think?
It's other people assume that because I'm wearing it that they know things about me, like my sexual orientation or whatever else, that they don't. I just had a guy outside of this thrift store tell me he threatened to honestly shoot me. My mom is gay. I've had to live with that kind of homophobia my entire life. I had to quit drinking 5 years ago. Got to the point where I was almost dead.
I want to know how Athens has changed since you first got here.
The students, I feel like, a lot more generous, a lot more open-minded, and kind of nicer people.
Out of the way, because I'm Massimo Ballou, and I'm here to bring you the #1 podcast at UGA, The Underdogs.
The cameras are rolling and the audio is speeding. Welcome to The Underdogs, the #1 podcast at UGA. I'm Massimo Ballou. And today's guest is a celebrity in Athens. His crop top became part of his brand. He loves to walk, and he has more steps than a New York marathon runner. In fact, he knows Milledge better than anybody else. You know who I'm talking about. It's Crop Top Corey.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
I am doing fantastic.
You know, I'm really happy to have you on here because as the people in this room were talking about, and even people I talked to who said, I talked about the fact that I was going to interview, and everybody said, oh, that's the biggest guest you've had so far. And we've had football players. We've had incredible athletes. People love you.
It's wild. I mean, I am so, I don't take it for granted. Like, I really appreciate it. It kind of came out of nowhere in a way. But then again, I've been here for so long that I was used to people knowing me a lot, but just not in this way. So yeah, it definitely has been different the last couple of years at least.
So speaking about that, when did you go from being the guy wearing a crop top to being Crop Top Corey?
Well, kind of got to explain why I started doing it in the first place, if that's all right.
Sure.
Yeah. So the reason I started doing it was because I had to quit drinking 5 years ago. I had to go to the hospital for 2 weeks. Basically woke up to a room full of doctors thinking I was going to have to get a liver transplant, like an emergency one. And so that was enough for me to never want to ever drink again. And when you get out of that situation because I'd been drinking, they don't really, the medical community honestly doesn't really care about people who drink themselves into that condition, and you are on your own when they cut you loose. So I was looking on the internet. I was just trying to find every available food that was good for my liver, everything. I was like, I'm going to treat my liver like it's my best friend, and I'm going to do everything I possibly can to never feel like this again. And so that was my springboard motivation. And the reason I started doing the crop tops was because, and there is no medical research behind this, I'm sure doctors are going to say it doesn't work, but I want to get as much sunlight directly onto my liver as I possibly can. And it makes me feel better. And because of the way that the medical community treats people like me, or who have, a condition like I do, they don't really do research on people. So I just said, well, I'm going to do my own research, basically, and be my own, test subject and see if it works. And so that's why I started doing it. And so everything that's come on top of that has been a result of that original reason for doing it. So yeah, that's sort of the origin.
So we'll get to when you became Crop Top Corey later. But let's go step by step, I guess, at this point. Because I've heard you talking about the fact that you had a problem with drinking.
Yeah.
And I don't know how open you are of talking about it.
I don't mind talking about it.
But I think it'd be very helpful for other people get out of college and later also have a hard time dealing with having a little bit too many drinks.
Yeah, for me, it became something that was just a life. It became part of my life as opposed to just something that I would do every once in a while. It became a way to cope with anxiety and, whatever feelings that I felt like I couldn't control. If I wanted to ignore them, I could do that and try and forget about them. But then it became such a habitual pattern that I was basically doing it just to maintain at that point. And, it got to the point where I was almost dead. They were surprised that I wasn't already dead at the hospital. And there have been a few other times in my life when that's happened to me. It wasn't the first time that I've been that close to dying, but this time I knew that like I was supposed to be doing something else, and whatever that was going to be the result of me getting better.
So going back to my first question, when do you become crop top Corey?
Sorry. So
We diverse that.
so all of that to say that as soon as I started wearing the crop tops, I kind of thought, well, obviously this is going to get attention. And I didn't know how people were going to respond, especially not like going to a UGA football game with a crop top on, as it's not a common thing to see. And I knew that people would probably be critical in some ways because I'd already experienced a lot of, negativity, even when I wasn't wearing crop tops, just walking down the street. So I think like maybe a month or two after I started doing it, I'd get comments from people. And then within a year, people would start coming up and asking to take selfies with me. And it just kind of kept going from there. And then it's like a self-perpetuating kind of thing after a while, like people are like, oh, who's that? Who is that? And then like, yeah, it just keeps going. And yeah.
So when you get approached positively, it's, hey, Corey, let's take a picture.
Yeah.
You're awesome, blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
What happens when it's negative? What does that look like?
I mean, the wildest homophobia. I just had a guy outside of this thrift store tell me he threatened to honestly shoot me. And used homophobic slur when he did it. And this was a guy that had like a sheriff sticker on the back of his car, like to where, if I weren't in my mindset and come from where I came from, that would have been like really traumatizing. But I mean, I'm particularly used to that kind of behavior, but I don't think that anybody should have to be. So like that kind of negativity to that extent is just, I don't even know why people are that way. Like
it's like they're bothered by the fact that you're dressing differently.
Well, yeah, I mean,
what is it that bothers them, you think?
It's because, well, on one, it just depends. I mean, some people are cool with the fact that I'm wearing it. They wish that they could, so maybe they're acting out that way. Other people assume that because I'm wearing it, that they know things about me, like my sexual orientation or whatever else, that they don't. But they don't care at the same time because they've already made up that decision in their head to make these judgments as if it's okay to do that. And, oh, but I have a reason for doing it. Like, that's a valid reason. That's not an okay reason. My mom is gay. I've had to live with that kind of homophobia my entire life, and I should never have to. I had to call my mom before I did this to ask her if it would be okay for me to mention that she's gay, just to do this interview, which should not happen at all. Ever. And so
were you worried that she could get some backlash for it?
Yeah. Even still, like even just like the community she's around, which is, I'm
just trying to picture the crazy person who'd go in your mom's social media and text her homophobic messages.
Not in that way. Is the thing I'm saying. Like in like her own personal life, like somebody sees whatever, and they're talking about, oh, that's that person's son, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just wild, like that we still have to think about that.
Were you always like this? Always this,
I guess,
I don't give a shit what other people are thinking. I'm just going to walk with a crop top and not care. Were you like this when you were 20 years old? Let me ask you that.
Oh, I was like this when I was 4.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, like I was like, my brother would be lost out in the trailer park and me and my dog would just go looking for my brother by myself. I'm like, who knows where my parents are, and this is what we're going to do. I mean, like, this is how I've always been. I grew up in East Point, Georgia in the 80s and 90s, where it was just the dirty South. I mean, that's where the dirty South, literally in East Point is where the dirty South came from, and that's what I grew up in. And so, for me, like, a lot of that is not me being overconfident or anything like that. It's just me understanding that you're not going to have anybody come up to you and talk to you about how you did that day. Nobody ever, I mean, like, unless you choose to read it, unless you choose to go and look at the things that people are going to say about you. But you have the choice to just go and do what you want to do and not listen to what anybody else said about it, even if it means like personal loss of finances or whatever else. But you can be yourself. It's just going to cost you in some other ways.
So when you receive negativity, how do you deal with it?
I try to understand the other person and understand why they would want to feel that way. That's what I've always learned. Just
so
like
you put it back on them instead of absorbing it into yourself.
Yeah, because I just know that I don't agree with them. But that comes from just a foundation of loving yourself and actually caring about yourself first, knowing that your opinion is going to ultimately matter more than anybody else's. and following your intuition, because that's what's going to make you happy. And if somebody else is doing that too, they won't have time to worry about looking at you and wondering like, what is that person doing that's making them so happy? Like, because they'll be busy finding out for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
So speaking about social media, I'm kind of interested. I see some of the videos you post or some of the videos you sent to sorority girls whenever they're throwing a birthday party. What's the deal with that?
So that started out with me posting a song that I did for my niece's daughter, and it was just me singing her a song because I love her and I just wanted her to hear the song. And then somebody with the same name asked me if I could do a song for their friend's birthday, and then it just started and then just kept going.
Why do you do it?
Oh, because I love it. I mean, I've always written songs anyway. Like I play music. That's one of the main things that I like to do. And then when I realized that I could actually do these like within like an hour and like make it something where I could like, some of them will work on more.
Do they pay you?
Yeah. I mean, I always make something like, I don't want people to not have access to it just because they don't have
Money for it?
the money for it. But at the same time, I do have to justify doing it. It's just one of those weird situations where, I mean, sometimes like if somebody doesn't have the money, I'll just do it, you know? Because I know people, I know people really, it really does, like, they love it. Like, it really makes their day
I see people with a big smile. Look, I got this video.
And people come up to me and they're singing the songs and they know, like,
Yeah,
and their friends know
which
the
is
songs, and
insane.
we're all like doing these songs that I'm just like, is this happening? But like, yeah, I mean, it's just, that is just how it is. And I mean, I'm just endlessly thankful. I have no idea, like, if you told me that this would be happening, I would not have believed you 5 years ago, but it's what's happening now.
Was that me?
It was me.
What was that? What was he saying? Oh, sorry. We got another interview after you.
Oh, that's all good.
No, I'm coming in with a statement. I'm so sorry for that.
Nah.
You came in with the tip of your toes. We were actually trying to have a serious conversation.
I know.
buddy.
I'm just like, I don't want to come in, ruin the energy we got going.
No, it's all good.
Fantastic.
He's like, it's all good, but really not.
I
Get
know
the
he's
fuck
looking with
outta
the
here.
deceitful eyes. Like, I get it.
No, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel this is a good moment to ask Crop Top Corey who he likes more between me and Mitchell.
Who I like more.
Who's giving a better first impression?
Oh, at this particular moment? I mean,
There's no wrong answer, by the way.
well,
They're pretty much all wrong.
Massimo's been doing a wonderful job. Mitchell has also done a wonderful job communicating with me so far. So it's in the air. Who's gonna win?
That's a great answer.
I don't think it's really a competition. I like you both.
No,
but-
it's not. It's not. I want to get back to you. This is about you.
All right.
This is about you.
All right.
You've been in Athens for a long time.
I have.
Since 1998?
Yeah. That's when I first started at UGA. And I had been here before for like basketball camp and stuff. But yeah, as
And
a
you
student,
did theater.
I started out with theater.
You used to be a theater kid.
Yes, I did that. I've been doing
Which
theater.
to some degree is not even surprising.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing theater since I was a small child. Like, my godmother is actually a casting agent who helps get like a lot of the Hollywood companies to come here with the Georgia tax breaks. So she's always tried to get me to do that kind of stuff. And I've just always enjoyed doing performance. So that's why I started with theater, and then I moved on from that to comparative literature, and then I went to grad school for comparative literature as well. I taught at UGA for a few years.
Really? You taught at UGA?
Yeah, I taught comparative literature classes at UGA in my 20s.
amazing.
Yeah.
And how did you like doing that?
It was great. I think that my students were like, what, huh? Because, I mean, I don't know. I was,
Why?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was 24 and I was not the most responsible. I mean, yeah. But it was.
What do you
it
mean
was-
by that?
I mean, just like they were only a few years younger than me, and I wasn't like trying to go out of my way to appear like I was like 15 years or 20 years older than them. So they become like I was just being myself basically and talking to them. And I could have probably done a little bit more studious job than I did, but I mean, I hope.
So
that
did everybody get an A in your class?
No, not
Oh.
at all. Like that did not happen. But I mean, I wasn't going to give most people an F for what we were doing because I mean we were reading like tough things and like
Gotcha.
you know it wasn't. Yeah, I know like I had philosopher friends who would do that kind of thing, and I didn't really want to be that person.
It wasn't your style. You don't want to ruin the experience for somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, I want them to learn, but I just, failing people to watch people fail is not my thing, I guess.
Yeah. And then what happened after that? After comparative literature?
And then I just that's when I started just like working in restaurants, and alcohol kind of took over at that point, and I just kind of more or less stayed drunk for a long time until I finally woke up. Yeah. And it happens to a lot of people. Like, that is not an uncommon story. You're gonna probably have a lot of people like, I have so many friends who that happened to, and I feel like, yeah, it's an easy trap to fall into.
Were you a heavy drinker in college?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, I just can't drink. It's not something that has ever been a good thing for me to do. It's just not something I ever really. I personally could have had fun without drinking. You see what I'm saying? Like, some people like need it in order to like
have
even
fun.
be able to.
I don't think
engage.
anybody needs it, but
Well, I mean, just to have like, they have to reach that level of their personality where they can like openly engage with people because their anxiety, social anxiety, whatever, like they need that for themselves. But yeah, I just genetically, I don't think it's probably something I should ever do.
right. So you said before Mitchell arrived, you told me that a big part of your drinking was due to anxiety. You didn't have a hard time talking to people or opening up, correct?
I have aspects of my personality where I don't enjoy being around like a lot of people I don't know at one time, but like it just depends on the situation too. Like I can go to sporting events and not be like.
Let me get to the point I'm trying to get to, which is you said you were so anxious that you needed to use alcohol to bring that down.
Oh yeah, that definitely.
And so my question is, what were you anxious about?
It just depends on the situation. Like my mind's one of those where like I can hyper focus on so many things and for no reason at all, and just like chase something down. So to the point where like I just kind of have a general buzz of anxiety itself, like that kind of lingers, and I just have to find ways to like not think about the things that are distracting me. I think really for me, it's like more of a thing of like trying to focus my attention and energy in a way that can be positive as opposed to negative. And for me, that's really where it all starts. Like, I think people overestimate the power of negativity because negativity can negativity can destroy a beautiful moment like that, and you didn't even mean to,
Yeah.
So,
have you ever been diagnosed with anything? Because the way you're describing this, it sounds this hyper focus. It sounds like potentially something that could.
Yeah, I've had doctors talk to me before, and the medications that I've tried just ended up not really helping as much as just trying to focus my mind as best I possibly can in the ways that I think are going to be helpful for me and make me happy, as opposed to goal-oriented, task-oriented like ways of dealing with the world that might or might not achieve like some possible outcome. But does that make sense?
Yes. I want to know how Athens has changed since you first got here. The kids, what changed since 1998 and now in 2025 here in Athens?
Well, the buildings obviously have changed a lot. The football team's a lot better. The kids themselves, I feel like there are a lot of the same, like as far as clothing and fashion goes, like a lot of the same clothing now as then. And it's not just like people borrowing like their uncles and aunts' clothes or whatever. Like it's just like, there are a lot of things about Athens that stay the same. People just don't realize it because things get handed down from one generation to the next. So in a lot of ways, it's the same. But as far as the students, I feel like a lot more generous, a lot more open-minded in ways that I'm proud of. I mean, I'm going to be a celebrity judge for Mr. Milledge in September.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Which I mean, I would not have thought that would happen. Like, I would have thought they would hear about it and be like, no. But Yeah. So I mean, that in itself is a lot of. I think that people here, like especially the students, are just kind of nicer people than I have
Than they used to.
Than they used to be. Maybe that's just a cultural thing across the board, but I don't know.
And I've always been very curious because you've been in Athens for so long now, and in one article you were quoted saying that Athens is like a Neverland.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
mind explaining that to us?
To the extent that you don't have to grow up necessarily. There's a Patton Oswalt. Do y'all know Patton Oswalt, the stand-up comedian? He has a bit about like college towns and how you have to either stay there or never leave because it's just like you can stay in a place like Athens if you want to, but you don't necessarily have to grow up in the sense that most people would say you're grown up. Like when people go to Atlanta and they get a job where they're making more money and then all of a sudden they're having all these other experiences that they associate with being an adult, you don't have to do that here if you don't want to, but it also has like a magical quality about it too, though. I mean, Athens is a special place. It's not just a college town. It's like the college town.
It's the college town.
I mean,
Yeah, no, I get it.
Corey, we have a little game for you
All
before
right.
we're done. It's called What Guy Has the Best Crop Top Potential.
Oh.
So we're going to tell you two names, and every time you got to figure out who's going to win it and move on to the next. So the first one is UGA President Moorhead or UGA defensive lineman Kristen Miller.
wow.
And for a little,
Well, the president's house did like back up to the place I just moved out of. So I see President Moorhead walking around a lot, and I know he's got some potential to improve. But I think
I love that. This picture is so wonderful.
I think I'm gonna have to go with the football.
and now moving on to the next round, Christian Miller or former UGA quarterback Carson Beck.
Nah, man, why'd you have to say his name?
no,
No, it's well, appearance. I spent a lot of time defending people making fun of Carson last season, and I mean I'm a huge UGA football fan, and it got to the point where he was so distracted that I just didn't respect him anymore. I got to go with Christian on this one. I don't care what Carson. I mean, and honestly, sorry to his friends and family. I'm not trying to be mean to Carson. I just, yeah.
you just don't have the crop top in you, Carson.
Sorry, Carson.
Kristen Miller or the 90s man, the guy downtown.
We're talking about the guy who dresses in the
You have the
UGA
picture?
gear. He has the jersey. He has the white girdle on.
Oh
and
yeah,
the
yeah,
hat.
yeah. No, he's got potential. That guy
Really?
has potential.
Why? Why do you think he has potential?
He stays in pretty good shape, I think.
Yeah.
He seems
Okay.
like he might. Now I don't know if he's ever going to do it because every time I walk past him, he doesn't seem like he's particularly fond of my crop top.
You guys ever had a conversation?
I don't think. Well, maybe once or twice. I can't really remember. Yeah, there are probably a lot of downtown celebrities that I have had conversations with. Though.
So crop top potential better or worse than Christian Miller
For 90s man.
for 90s man? Yes.
Oh, yeah. I would go. Yeah, I guess we'll go with 90s man at that point because I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah, might as well. And you said that you've talked to a lot of other local celebrities. Is there anyone that you were just like, this is so much fun?
No, because I think a lot of the people who people consider like celebrities are just kind of my friends. Like usually, like when somebody brings somebody up, and I'll be like, "Yeah, I've known that person for like 15 years now." But Ort, I miss Ort. I don't know if you guys ever got to meet Ort, but I can't think of anybody off the top of my head right now. I'm sure somebody's gonna be like, "Why didn't you say me?" I'm like,
My bad. I just couldn't think of it. I'm on
It's
the
all-
spot.
it's
It's
all
nervous.
good.
It's got the
It's all
cameras
good.
on. It's how it changes.
yeah.
But the next guy I want to bring up is
He has a
Cole-
lot of potential.
He does have a lot of potential, and
Okay.
he's gotten very popular this past year. His name is Cole Ortiz.
Have you ever heard of him?
I've heard that name, but you got to tell me.
Cole Ortiz, if you want to continue the explanation, I want to show the
Okay,
picture.
so Cole Ortiz is this blonde dude, long hair. He dresses very eccentric.
Okay.
He loves spray tan,
Yeah,
and he has tattoos, removable tattoos,
All right.
and he just drags the eyes of people. He walks a
yeah.
lot. He loves walking.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think we'll go with Cole on that one.
Cole is winning it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've met Cole.
He might
yet,
be a
but-
competition for you. I don't know if he'd be
I
a good
mean,
competition.
hey, I don't think it's competition ever. But
We should all be wearing crop tops. In the
I
future.
mean, like if it makes you happy, that's the thing. Like I don't think everybody should do everything I do. I just think that everybody should do what's gonna make them actually like
Make you happy. If you're happy wearing a crop top,
feel-
rock top,
Man.
feel good.
Yes.
So do you think Kirby Smart should wear a crop top more than Cole Ortiz?
Kirby was a senior and playing at UGA when I was a freshman. And so I guess I should go ahead and say Kirby just because I know he has it in him if he tries hard enough. And come on, dog. I know you got this, bro. Come on. But he's not going to wear a crop top.
He'd be the first UGA football coach to win national championship with a crop top. And that might be worth it.
All right. I'll say this. Kirby, if you want to come walk with me, we can get it to where you can get it into a crop top for real. But again, I just don't think he's going to do it.
And
So Kirby Smart or the piano man, Andrew Shue.
Who I just met. Yeah, I'll give it to Andrew. Sorry, Kirby. I mean, if Kirby actually comes and does it and actually walks with me to the point where he can wear a crop top, then I might reconsider, but I'm going to have to go with Andrew on that one.
I think it's
Andrew O'Shue, the piano man downtown, or Mitchell Holt, the host of the Underdogs?
Oh, this is where we're going. Okay. Well, honestly, do you play the piano?
no, I do not.
It's a prerequisite. That's what
No,
we're
no,
looking
no,
for.
no.
You
I'm
got to
not-
think about this. This is a hard one because you can also wear a crop top and play the piano.
I was trying to even out the playing field here because he does have that going for him. So I just was trying to see like if you were trying to imagine both of you in crop tops playing the piano. You know what? I don't know, Mitchell. I think you got it. You got this.
And
Thank you.
I want to
Thank you. I take
you
pride
got
in
this.
hold on there.
I can tell by your forearms.
that. Oh, thank you.
Keep it there. Keep it there. Because this is the moment of truth.
Okay, that's what I thought we were getting to here.
This is the moment of truth right now. Massimo Ballou, the host of the Underdogs, or Mitchell Host, the host of the Underdogs? And now we go back to what we had going on before.
Well, let's see.
And the hard part is you're such a sweet, nice guy. We were uncomfortable putting you in this situation.
Oh wait,
but
is this the part where I'm supposed to tell you to show me your abs?
Oh.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. That's arm wrestling competition. No, you guys. I just think you both. I think like it's going to be a difficult decision when you show me the pictures of you both in crop tops. Did you already take pictures?
We should have.
Oh,
we
should
should
have.
have taken pictures in crop
okay.
tops. That
Okay.
would've been great.
Whoa. You asked me this question. You didn't even. Oh man.
I know.
The whole competition leading up to this.
And it's so hard. You gotta look from like barely even the neck up, and you're like, all right, who's got the better potential?
Because, see, I'm sure the body has to do with it, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure
well, the thing is,
physique
there's
and this and
a
that.
certain
But there's
genetics to it too,
also-
because not everybody can have an Adonis belt. That is a genetic thing, so it's going to inform like the extent to which you're going to, how you even cut your crop top in the first
Yeah.
place. You know.
I think I would look really good on a crop top. And
Yeah.
let me tell you why. I think together with the physique, I can combine the personality and the confidence.
Oh yeah.
Which Mitchell is lacking a
Ah,
little bit
okay.
between me
Yeah,
and
see,
you.
that is the thing, Mitchell. You have to, in order to be able to wear it, you got to just do it, and because you want to do it and not think about anything else. If it comes across as like you don't want to wear it, then people will know. Wear.
So who's wearing it, me or Mitch? your money on
I
somebody.
feel like I'm gonna give it to you, Massimo, just because you seem like you might have the confidence to pull it off. And if one of you is gonna actually do it, and I've got to encourage somebody to do it, I'm gonna go ahead. And plus, you've already done it, so you know.
Yeah.
All right. It's up
The
to you. It's
world
on
needs
you.
to be exposed to me with a crop top.
It's
Absolutely.
on
And
you.
we'll take pictures and we will
Yeah.
send them to you because I'm going to quote him on this.
All right.
And we will bring him downtown Athens
Yeah.
wearing the crop top because he won the crown. And there's no better thing than pictures downtown in the crop top.
Oh well, I mean, you got to let me know where you're gonna go. I'm gonna be there.
We'll do a photo shoot. It's going to be.
Well, you think you're just gonna take a picture of him downtown and send it to me? No, I'm gonna be there.
He's
We're
gonna
have
be
it.
there
we
first
go.
line.
No,
He's
no,
gonna be
no,
first
No,
line.
there's gonna be a TikTok. There's gonna be
Oh my God.
every single.
I didn't know I
person
set
on
myself
Milledge
up for
is gonna
success
be
like
there.
that.
And there we go.
We might make a music video. Who knows?
This is perfect.
Who
This
knows
is
what's
perfect.
gonna
With
happen.
Andrew Shue playing our music as we do it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Hey, there we go.
And we just bring in Krista Miller for views.
Hey, red coats, where you at?
There we go. Well, I think that's everything.
All right, there we go.
One last thing, and then we'll let you go. I'm
All
sure
right.
you got things to do. We talked about confidence, and you know how important it is at this age to be confident about yourself, to be who you want to be. So I would like you to talk to a kid who's watching this show. Like when I say a kid, I mean a dude in college or a girl in college
Yeah.
who's watching the show right now and is struggling with that. And I wonder if you'd like to send a message to them looking at the camera.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I love you, and you should love you too, because you're the only one of you that there is. So you get to be you every day, and everybody else has to keep being them. So you already won, basically, right? And you deserve to be loved. You deserve to have somebody accept you for everything that you are without having to worry about it at all, without having to filter yourself down or out to make sure that everybody else is happy. You deserve to be able to just be you and not have anybody mess with you and just leave you alone and let you be you and appreciate you for being you. And that starts with you loving yourself, and the confidence just grows off of that, because as soon as you start to do that, there it is. You're there.
Crop Top Corey, everybody.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
coming.
very much.